how to lift the barriers for the women to access credit. Actually, one of the greatest hindrances to women in food security and all the manner of discriminations that are coming is access to credit. Because even when we address the policy on the land tenure and all the other areas, you will find that the kind of policy framework that has been put, even for all the grants and the loans that are for a woman, they are given so much hindrances and bottlenecks that the woman cannot be able to access it. If we don't change the way we are doing the credit for women and we don't address it in the right way, I can see here seated in this table, we have PhD holders, we have women with master's degrees, research and everything. And yet, in all these years, this is the 67 year, and we are still speaking the same about these rudimentary women farming and food security issues, while we need to lift them to another level. Right now, we are going to the greener mist, we are going to the carbon credit. Why can't we think of financing women to own land? Where now we go and there is idle land everywhere. If you go to Kenya, we have idle land. But because the woman is not resourced enough to have the money to go and buy that land, and if she goes to any credit, go anywhere, you will find she cannot be able to get it. Then also the grants that come, they are tied to, I don't know, capacity building that comes to tell her what she has been doing. For 6 months, she has to be put on a program where she is removed from taking care of her family to going to class every day to be shown how to plant a tree, which she plants every day and takes care of. And I think all these monies that come, it is put on that capacity building, training her on what she knows. I think if this credit could be taken and given to her for food production, for hiring and leasing that land, like now we should be thinking of how they can be able to lease land to plant trees for carbon credit. That I think will be moving the woman from those kitchen gardens to great plantations, so that she can also be able to have incomes and businesses that she can be able to speak about. It is very possible if we are seriously addressing what Dorcas has said, the framework, the policy framework concerning the woman and the land tenure, so that we do not think of getting where we are talking about to the husband. Why don't you give me credit for me to buy my own land? So that one now, we can work even with my husband and children. They can come and we can start having incomes. I believe in the wholesomeness of a family. Because once we divide the men and the boys and the girls and the women, you will find that at one point, the whole world will lack balance. But when now you bring up, we have spoken the affirmative for women, and now I'm speaking about the affirmative thing for the boy child. Because they have been left behind. Come to Kenya and you find they are all in drugs, they are all in alcohol, they are all in substance abuse. And these are the ones that are abusing the same women. And they are the same ones who are uprooting your food crops and your sweet potatoes, because they are angry. They would not want to see a sophisticated, educated woman. That woman becomes a threat. And therefore, if we have to address anything, we have to address it from a comprehensive perspective, so that we do not have one feeling threatened by the other, and then the other one will always destroy what the other one is building. And I believe if we want to have that access to credit, to buy land, and then we also take a holistic approach to this matter, you will find that we will succeed, and there will be no food deficit in any country, because people will be working together as one unit.